afternoon, Mr. Ramirez.
Okay.
I've got a few follow-up questions I'd like to ask following your direct examination.
Alright.
Mr. Ramirez, your wife Maria testified that you owned a fishing knife, correct?
Yeah.
And you use this knife for scaling fish?
That's generally what a fishing knife is used for, yes.
Thank you. And so is it safe to say that you know how to use this knife?
Yeah.
Okay, we also established during your testimony that you're a carpenter by occupation, and specifically you are a sheetrock carpenter.
Yes.
And is a sheetrock carpenter one of the tools you use in hanging sheetrock is a utility knife?
Yeah, it's kind of like a box cutter.
Okay. And you use this utility knife on a daily basis?
Most days. There are a couple days where you don't need to use it.
Okay. Safe to say that you know how to use the utility knife?
I wouldn't be in the line of work that I am if I didn't.
Thank you. You apparently know how to use several types of knives, a fishing knife and a utility knife at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me switch gears here for a minute. On the evening of December 6th, you decided to go to a friend's house, correct?
Louis, yeah.
And you went to Louis' house to watch the Chicago Bulls playoff game?
Yeah.
And you brought a six-pack to share?
Miller.
Okay. And while at Louis', you consumed at least 2 cans of the beer?
Yeah, we all split it up amongst the three of us, so 2 is probably right.
Okay. And later that evening, the three of you, Louis, yourself, and Joey, decided to go out to a bar?
Yeah.
Okay, and at the bar, you had more alcoholic drinks?
Yeah, a couple scotch and waters.
Okay. And that wasn't the end of the drinking for the evening?
Nah, after that we went to another bar, had a couple more.
Okay. So, following the stop at the first bar, you went to another bar
Right.
and had another 2 scotch and waters.
Right.
So, just to summarize, that evening, you started out with 2 beers, followed by 2 scotch and waters, followed by an additional 2 scotch and waters.
It sounds about right, yeah.
Okay. And at some point, the three of you, let me backtrack for a sec. The three of you all play on the same softball team.
Yeah, church league.
Very good. And at some point after you stopped at the second bar, at some point after the second bar, the three of you entered into a discussion as to who was the fastest runner off the ball. And so after the second bar, the three of you went to Wicker Park.
Well, we don't really call it Wicker Park, it's just the park in that area, but yeah.
Okay. And at Wicker Park, you decided to have a 50-yard dash race. And I understand that you won the race.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so at this point, you've consumed 2 beers, 4 scotch and waters, had a race that you won, so you must have been feeling pretty good about yourself by now.
Yeah, but I don't really think the alcohol had anything to do with it. We do this sort of thing every other Friday, and that's not really the reason for feeling good.
Okay. Well, after the race, Joey drove you back to Louis' house where you picked up your car, correct?
Right.
And to get back to your house, which is where you were driving, correct? You chose the route up California Avenue.
That is correct.
And on California Avenue, you came to a car that was moving extremely slowly.
Yeah.
And you made not 1 but 2 attempts to get around this car.
Yeah, I kept trying to get around, and both times he'd come over and cut me off, and I thought the guy was drunk or something.
Okay, so that's a yes, 2 attempts to get around the car?
Yeah, about 2.
Okay. And then you took a right onto Evergreen Avenue.
That's right.
And the other car had also made a right turn onto Evergreen Avenue.
Right.
And at some point, both vehicles came to a stop on Evergreen Avenue. And my understanding is that at some point on Evergreen, after the cars had stopped, Officer Levy got out of his car.
Yeah, he did.
And at some point, you also got out of your vehicle.
Right.
And the 2 of you ended up exchanging words. And basically, it turned into a shouting match.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it really turned into one as it started off as one, but yeah, we were yelling.
Okay, and I want to make sure that I get the wording correct, so I'm going to read a section of the trial transcript from the first trial, if you'll bear with me. This is what the transcript says, or indicates that you said to Officer Levy. I told him that I was tired of all the idiot drivers in Chicago, and that if he didn't apologize, he would be real sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I was on my way home. You know, I have an 8-year-old son at home. I don't want him being around these drivers. They're idiots. I mean, obviously I was mad. Yeah, I yelled at him.
So let me rephrase this. This is an accurate statement of what you said to Officer Levy, that if he didn't apologize, he would be real sorry?
Probably something like, yeah. That, yeah.
Thank you very much. I have no further questions.